So next topic, going into the AFC West. Predictions coming up. Who we got? Oakland, Denver, Kansas City, and then whatever you want to call them, San Diego or the LA Chargers. So going in, who want to chime in first with your predictions?
Yeah.
So taking it off, man. I mean, speaking of Oakland, so how do you think Oakland's going to do, or how do you think they're going to perform this season?
All right, I'm about to tell y'all my predictions right now. So number 4, finishing last in the division. Even though they have Joe Flacco, I just feel like that they don't have enough weapons around him, and actually have the Denver Broncos finishing last in the division. Again, Joe Flacco was a great pickup for Denver, but let's look at John Elway and who he is as a GM and everything else. He doesn't want anybody to beat his Denver legacy. So he brings quarterbacks in, and I get it. You know, he brought Peyton in. Peyton was able to make 2 Super Bowl appearances. But we're not going to see the same to Joe Flacco. We're not. At least not this season. Number 3, obviously Antonio Brown. He'll be healthy by the start of the season. They've added some firepower to the Raiders. I have them finishing 3rd in the division. But I don't think they have too great of a season because they want to get a decent draft position, draft another, key centerpiece and everything. That way when they move to Las Vegas, they can make a huge splash that first year in their new stadium. Number 2, Mr. Jones probably going to think I'm crazy for this, but it is what it is. I do see your boy, Mahomes, going through a sophomore slump. Do they make it to the playoffs? Yes. Does Patrick Mahomes throw for over 4,000 yards? Yes. But with Kareem Hunt gone, yes, Andy Reid has a nice system. I believe that they'll be able to supplement, but I do think that they face some challenges this season, and I see them finishing number 2 in the division, but I still think it'll be good enough to grab a wild card spot. And then number 1 in the division, even though they just suffered a huge blow at cornerback, one of their starting corners is out for the season, which is going to be huge. But this team had a pretty good defense last year. They actually finished with a top 10 defense in yards. They just need to stop allowing so many damn points. But I have the LA Chargers finishing number 1 in the division. So that is my prediction for the AFC West.
Hey, let me get right into it. Number 4 is going to be. Well, let me get to the top 2. Number 1, I got Kansas City winning the division. It's not because of Mahomes or anything like that. No,
it's
because of Andy Reid. Look at Andy Reid's track record. That's what he do. He wins divisions and he wins over 11 games each season. That's what Andy Reid does. What he does in the playoffs is a different story, but he wins regular season titles. They will go 11-5, and they're going to win that division. But very close, and going to get an AFC wild card at number 2 is actually going to be the Denver Broncos. I actually got them going 10-6. I know Flacco is an addition. Trust me, anybody other than that other starting quarterback they had was a huge upgrade. So they got to upgrade their Flacco, a former Super Bowl MVP. And, I mean, that defense is that defense. I think that defense will snap back next year. Von Miller will have another great season. I believe they can snap back and go 9-7. Now, it's going to be close for this wild card spot. It's going to be close for number 2. They may get number 2. I would have to say the Las Vegas Raiders because, let's be honest, Antonio Brown, 90%, 80% is still better than most receivers in the league. And I think Antonio Brown actually do have something to prove this year as well. So I think they're going to have a pretty decent season. And let's be honest, Gruden got approved, man. He's starting to get what he wants, so he got approved. He got approved something. And I mean, rounding up last in the division, Wow. No, they ain't last in the division. I'm sorry. The Raiders are going to go last. Third is going to be the Chargers. I just don't see it. And I think losing Melvin Gordon is going to be a bigger blow than what you think.
Nah, they're deep in the running back position, sir. So, can I actually?
What do y'all think about? Go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask him, what does Melvin Gordon do so well that those other 2 to 3 running backs that they have can't do? Please tell me.
I mean, at the end of the day, they do got Phillip Rivers and everything. I mean, but I thought Melvin Gordon was a better running back.
That actually goes into my question, though.
Bigger playmaker.
Yeah.
What about Phillip Rivers, though? Like, do you think he still got it?
Hell yeah, he still got it.
I don't know. I don't.
He never lost it. He never lost it. It's just when I don't know. He just can't do it in the playoffs. I don't know what it is. And then they always had the like early season slumps. They'd go like 2-6, and they had to go on a run to make the playoffs.
I think Phillip Rivers already reached his prime. That's the only thing. That's why I don't really have the Chargers probably leading the West. I have him at number 3 at least.
He still threw for 4,300 yards last season and racked up 32 touchdowns. So he's still right around his season average, and what he normally averages around 30 touchdown passes a year. So trust me, he's good. He's going to have another year like that. They still have a decent receiving core. I like the guy that they got. I like Mike Williams, and then there's another Williams that they have, number 16. I think his name is Tyrell Williams or something like that. I like him. So trust me, they have a squad. And Phillip Rivers is going to get it done again. Hold on, let me see what this guy's name is. Yeah, they still got Keenan Allen there at wide receiver. They still got Mike Williams. Oh, it's Travis Benjamin. They got Travis Benjamin. I guess they let go of the other Williams. They did. But, yeah, you still got Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Travis Benjamin there. To me, that's good enough. They get it done.
Tyrell Williams
you said what?
Play threat, though. Tyrell Williams was a big play threat, though. Tyrell Williams?
He was. Yeah, I mean, he got down the field deep, but remember, Tyrell only got those looks because Keenan Allen was injured and he couldn't stay healthy. If Keenan Allen can stay healthy this year, they'll still have
He's a top 10 receiver. Keenan Allen's a top 10 receiver. Keenan Allen is great.
Exactly. And then they got Hunter Henry at tight end, he's a pretty good tight end.
Yo, we're talking about the offense, though. What about that defense?
Well, I told you the defense finished 9th. Yeah, the defense finished 9th last season.
You talking about the Chargers defense?
In the league. Yeah, they got a good defense.
Yeah, I mean, this year, I'm going to say they probably going to have, like, one of the best defenses out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. It should be up there this year. I agree. We're going to get into that soon.
Yeah, they'll be back in the top 10 just like they were last year. That defense. The problem with the Chargers defense is this. If you go back and look at them in recent history, it's not even the yards that they give up. It's the points that they allow. They got to find a way to keep teams out of the end zone and at least reduce them to field goals because they don't give up a lot of yards, but their special teams hasn't been that great. So teams will get good field position, and then they know how to get the ball in the end zone.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, the Chargers might have one of the best defenses this year, so I agree with you. But we'll see, though. I just see Mahomes owning it for a while, man. I think it's his division. I know about sophomore slups and all that, but I just don't see them this year. I really don't.
Mahomes.
I mean, call it what you want them, but I win the division.
I don't know. I mean, the only thing that hurts them, I believe, is the playoff run, and that's their coach. It's like their coach kind of come off short in the playoff run. So that's what hurt them. I mean, other than that, I mean, the play calling there, you know, they got a strong tight end group. But, yeah, Mahomes, I mean, some of his tapes wasn't really looking too good anyway, too. So
He still got Tyreek
that's
Hill.
another thing.
He could throw a screen to Tyreek Hill. He'd take it 60 yards.
Who? Who can you
That's
throw a
if he can
screen
get
to
the
in
ball out all the time.
Yeah, because, I mean, let's
Or
be
stay in the
honest.
pocket.
And, like, let's be honest. Like, with Melvin Gordon being out, that's cool. But that dude, Austin Eckler, he's decent. Justin Jackson, he's decent. Like, they're deep at the running back position. And we've seen it time and time over the years that there are certain teams that, I'm sorry, they just don't need to have that big feature back. You can just do running back committee, and if everybody knows their role and plays their part, it works out.